I've invited a special guest on my show this morning. I have with me in the studio Rajendra Prasad, alias RP. He's the Managing Director for Cognitive Automation and Innovation, Accenture in India. RP, welcome on board. Welcome to the studio. Thank you for accepting my invitation this morning.
Good morning, Bangalore, and good morning, Prithvi, Mr. Pandit Prithvi.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your invitation, and I'm pleased to be on the studio today.
First of all, I've invited you for a reason. You're here for a reason to talk about Innovation Jockeys, which is an annual affair which happens once every year. This is the fourth year, I understand. For those who have tuned in, quickly, what is Innovation Jockeys?
It's a flagship program that we run within Accenture, and innovation is as part of my job title as well. So it's a core of what we do within Accenture.
Okay.
This is to kind of harvest the best of the innovation within the field out there from the student community in the areas that we would want to identify best of the ideas and bring it to real action, bring it to real reality and relevance to the current market and current work that we do within Accenture. So
Super.
This program harvests best of the best innovative ideas through this flagship program that we run.
So this is for the students.
This is for the students, yes. This is for all the students, from various engineering colleges where they have a core curriculum around engineering. They can all participate in and submit the ideas.
Innovation Jockeys is on as we speak, and the entries are open yet. When is the last date for students to send in the entry?
Innovation Jockeys program, as we speak, is live, and it's going on.
Right.
September 30th. Is the date by which we would like to get all the entries to the competition.
You can send your entries to innovationjockeys.net. Is that right, RP?
That's correct.
Would you like me to address you as Rajendra Prasad or RP? People call you RP, it's what I know, but
I built my brand equity like you built your brand equity around
Pandit Prithvi and your RP.
So I'm RP.
Super. We'll come back and chat with RP. He's the Managing Director for Cognitive Automation and Innovation for Accenture in India. This is 94.3 Radio 1, Bangalore at its best. I'm Pandit Prithvi. We'll be right back. I have Rajendra Prasad, alias RP, in the studio. He's the Managing Director for Cognitive Automation and Innovation for Accenture in India. So RP, the digital revolution has changed the way we work and play. It has opened up new ways for people to get in touch. So tell me, how have you adapted to this change?
That's a phenomenal question, and it's very interesting thing, the way digital revolution is impacting everyone's life. Today, for example, Prithvi, if you look around what we're doing here, the number of digital equipments that everyone carries, be it mobile first, smartphones, and the entire digital thing,
including the fact that we are being recorded. Somebody's taping us right now in the studio.
and health applications, the watches, and we call this as a wearable devices. And in the mobile first, cloud first scenario, the entire digital revolution is now given. Everyone has to adopt, or it will be forced on the people, because there's no way you can avoid these things, right?
Yeah.
And the way I have adopted is that, for example, I have an app that counts my steps every day.
Oh yes, and the calorie
burnt intake. Sometimes it little bit gets onto you now, but the way I look at it is, it makes you be honest, right? Every day I try to get to 10,000 steps and keep healthy and keep fit.
Right.
I also see you do morning walking and morning jogging.
I use my app as well. When I come to the studio, I jog and come every morning, and it tells me the number of kilometers covered, distance covered, calories burned, etc., just like your app.
Yeah. Beyond that, as we look at it, the entire industry across all the business domains that we work, it's going to completely change, right? Today you have a 24/7 banks.
Yeah.
You have healthcare systems. When is the last time probably you might have booked a ticket going to a movie theater counter as opposed to using an app within your mobile, right? So a lot of things touch our lives in the digital evolution.
Online food ordering now too.
Absolutely. Because of all of this, our Innovation Jockeys program, one of the key theme is digital revolution, and what you do with digital that helps just not the business that we are in, but the entire the society that we live in and how it helps the digital citizens. That's how I would want to call them.
So reminding you, this is the 4th year of Innovation Jockeys. The last date for you to send your entries is the 30th of September. You can send your entries to innovationjockeys.net. And the winners would be announced on the 6th of November. We'll be right back. I'm in conversation with RP, Managing Director for Cognitive Automation and Innovation at Accenture in India. This is 94.3 Radio 1. I'm Pandit Prithvi. We'll be right back. Do mark your calendar. 30th of September is the last date to send your entry to innovationjockeys.net. This is the 4th year of Innovation Jockeys. I have RP in the studio, Managing Director for Cognitive Automation and Innovation, Accenture in India. So RP, tell us about your connection with music. Do you get to listen to radio at all by any chance?
Yeah, I listen to radio, and to be honest, not just because I'm in 94.3 studio, I tell this. I've been on air with you in the past during...
You've told me that. Okay, so you took part in some contest.
Yeah, I do have gift vouchers, one from you.
Oh, lovely. Wow.
So I do listen to music, and I'm a great fan of your Birthday Bakra program that you run in the morning. To the extent that I stay back in the parking lot just to complete that listening and go back to my office.
You made my day.
And going back to music, I like the slow pace music, which is kind of classic. I used to live in Louisville, Kentucky. I listen.
How long were you there?
Around 2.5 years. So I grew up listening to blues.
Oh, super!
So I like the blues connection there, and I listen to Muhammad Rafi and Kishore. Though it's all-time classics.
Right.
And I follow a lot of Telugu music. My mother tongue is Telugu, so I listen to a lot of Telugu songs.
Namaskar, Andy. You speak Telugu? I didn't know your mother tongue was Telugu. If I had asked some questions, I would have pinpointed your location actually. On kahan se aaya mera dost. So, okay, so Telugu it is. And do you play any instruments?
And I don't play instruments, but I write poetry, and I've been part of Kavi Sammelanas. In the past, I've been part of All India Radio Kavi Sammelana programs. I've done a long Kavi.
When do you find time, RP, to write poems?
This is all when I was in college days, and we didn't had Innovation Jockeys program those days, so I used to write poetry. So nowadays, I think we have a lot of
you don't pen down.
I do write now some poetry, and my wife's name is Kavita. Kavita in Telugu means poet.
Yes, in Kavita in Kannada and Sanskrit also is poem.
So I used to write a lot of poetry. Quite a bit of that.
Have you written any kavita to Kavita?
Yeah, I used to.
You have.
Yeah.
And what's your take on the role of technology in music?
I think, like I said, in every field, the technology has influenced, like be it sports, be it, the digital revolution that we talk about, even on the music, right? So gone are those days where we used to buy tapes and listen to the music. Now you buy it in the app stores and download, and CDs is also gone. So the music, from the listening point of view, that's what it is. But in the way it has been made is also a lot of change, right? There's a lot of digital support that you get, a beat flute, which is supposed to be, I'm not a flute player, but it's supposed to be very tough to learn and master it. So you can get a lot of digital beats that can be included in that. So I think technology has influenced music, and like any other fields, in a big way.
Any particular song of your choice that you want me to play, since we're talking about music?
Yeah, you can pick up Gulabo song, and
that's a brand new song. Not bad at all. You're in touch.
From the movie Shandar.
Yes, brand new song.
And I also want to do a quick dedication of this song because my daughter is a huge fan of you, and I think we met some time back, if you remember.
We bumped into each other in a sweet shop.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Correct. And she specifically said hi to you.
What's her name?
Kirtana.
Good morning to you, Kirtana. My love to you. Is she at home right now listening to the show?
She'll be at school.
Oh, damn.
But we'll use the digital technology and have her listen.
She can listen to it a little later, yes. So Kirtana, your daddy is playing the song just for you from Shandar Gulabo. This is 94.3 Radio 1, Bangalore at its best. Remember, the last day to send your entries is the 30th of September. You can send your entries for Innovation Jockeys to innovationjockeys.net. We'll be right back. I'm in conversation with the Managing Director for Cognitive Automation and Innovation, Accenture in India. RP is in the studio. We'll be right back. I have a very special guest in the studio with me this morning. Thank you again for accepting my invitation. RP is in the studio, Rajendra Prasad. He is the Managing Director for Cognitive Automation and Innovation for Accenture in India. So RP, this is the fourth year of Innovation Jockeys. What are the students actually expected to do at Innovation Jockeys?
It's a very important and very good question, Prithvi. What students are supposed to do is, they have to generate and ideate the ideas and the innovation that they do in two particular categories. It's very, very important for them to know that. One is cognitive computing.
Okay.
The second category is digital applications in marketplace.
I'm sure the students are understanding because I don't.
I'll give a quick context on cognitive computing is self-learning, machine learning, self-healing kind of concepts which machines and computer programming, computer algorithms and artificial intelligence help to address this.
Fine.
And the digital application in the marketplace is, everyone knows the mobile first and cloud first kind of concept where entire digital revolution that's happening today and how it impacts in the everything that we do in the life.
Day-to-day life.
Yeah, day-to-day life.
Now, when students send their entries to innovationjockeys.net, what kind of innovations are we talking about? Are you asking a specific innovation or they just showcase their innovations? How does it work?
They need to showcase their innovation in these two specific categories I mentioned. It's very, very important that it has to be either in the cognitive computing space or, the digital revolution that's happening in the marketplace. This is very, very important to keep in mind when they post their ideas, innovative thoughts on innovationjockeys.net.
So the last date for you to send your entries is the 30th of September, and send your entries to innovationjockeys.net. Stay tuned. This is 94.3 Radio 1, Bangalore at its best. I'm Pandit Prithvi. I'm in conversation with RP, Rajendra Prasad, the Managing Director for Cognitive Automation and Innovation for Accenture in India. We'll be right back. I have RP in the studio. He's the Managing Director for Cognitive Automation and Innovation for Accenture in India. He's here to talk about Innovation Jockeys. This is the fourth year. You can send your entries to innovationjockeys.net. The last date to submit your entries is the 30th of September. So RP, let's say I take part in Innovation Jockeys this year. You have seen my innovations.
Yeah.
What's the road ahead for me?
It's an important question, Prithvi. When we get the ideas, some of it may be at a very initial stages. So we help them and guide them. We also provide platform for the innovators to make it real and it is relevant at the marketplace.
Or you help them through. You supervise, you guide them.
Guide them through that.
Fantastic.
So, for example, in the past, we had an innovation on the retail innovation called CART. We provided the platform for the person who provided that idea to make it real.
So he's made it big.
Yep.
Oh, that's brilliant. I want to remind all those who have tuned in and who are keen to send your entries to Innovation Jockeys. The last date is 30th September. You can send your entries to innovationjockeys.net. While any song for you, RP, your team at Accenture who are listening right now, hopefully they are.
Yeah, I want to pick up this song on Superman because
Yoo-hoo! To whom?
To my entire leadership team in India Delivery Center, as well as my Innovation Council, which is led by another managing director called Raghavanaya.
Okay.
So I want to dedicate this to India Leadership Team and Innovation Council. The song Superman.
Super, from the movie Tevar. This is 94.3 Radio 1. I'm Pandit Prithvi. We'll be right back. I'm in conversation with the Managing Director for Cognitive Automation and Innovation at Accenture in India. Mr. RP is in the studio. We'll be right back. I have a special guest on my show this morning. I have Rajendra Prasad, famously known as RP at Accenture in India. He's the Managing Director for Cognitive Automation and Innovation for Accenture in India. I only wish I was a college student, RP, because I could have taken part in Innovation Jockey myself. I have some ideas.
You are a radio jockey.
Yes, I am a radio jockey. If I had taken part in Innovation Jockeys, let's say I won it. What's in for me? What do the winners get actually who take part in Innovation Jockeys?
Fantastic. As I said, winning is the last thing, but as you go through the entire program, there are many opportunities to win a lot of prizes, and because
Goodies.
we're in a digital world, we
Right.
get a lot of goodies starting from iPhone 6 and
Oh,
Lenovo
wow.
tablet and all of that.
Wow.
But
Okay.
but the grand prize, which will be
It gets grander than this.
it
What
will
is
get
that?
grander than this. The winners will get to go to Silicon Valley.
All expenses taken care by Accenture.
Yep.
Wow.
So that's the grand prize. But
Fantastic.
as I said, it's very important the participants know that even by referring a student to participate in that, there is an opportunity that you win the prize.
Wow.
And by submitting ideas, you win the prize. There are grand prizes, there are category prizes,
Mhm.
there are also popular ideas selected by voting on the Innovation Jockey side. So there are a lot of
Fantastic.
things. Yeah.
So they get to come and pay a visit to the Silicon Valley, where they actually get to see the cutting edge R&D department, researchers, other scientists, innovators, all of them.
Innovation corner of the world.
Wow. So do send your entries. The last date is 30th September, and you can send your entries to innovationjockeys.net.
In fact, one important thing, Prithvi, is that these nominations will be evaluated by eminent panelists like a research professor from MIT
Wow.
and NASCOM leadership
Wow.
team, and they get to meet them if they get to the finals during
This is
that
actually
event.
really big and
Yeah,
very
it's a-
exciting as well.
As I said, this is the flagship program for us.
Fantastic. On that note, RP, any song for your team again? Or for anyone if you wish to?
I want to dedicate this song to, I think, my team, in addition to the leadership team, and as I mentioned, Bang Bang song,
Oh, wow. Okay.
So-
Title track.
title track from Bang Bang.
Mm-hmm. The fact that you're a poet, no Kavita for Kavita, your wife? No?
But
Offline.
it has to be offline, and also it will be in Telugu. So Prithvi, now that you ask, also she's behind my success. She's as you say, behind every person's success there is a very important person.
Yes.
My wife is behind my all success, and every song that you played today for the rest of the day in the
Wow.
94.3, I dedicate all the songs to her.
I hope you're listening, Kavita. RP is dedicating the entire day to you. Wow. By far, that has been the most innovative dedication ever. So I hope you had fun, RP, coming to the studio
This is
on
fantastic.
94.3 Radio 1. I wish you and the entire team the very, very best. Again, reminding you, last day to send your entry is the 30th September. Send your entries to innovationjockeys.net. Mr. Rajendra Prasad, thank you very much for your time. I wish you
Thank you
the
very
very
much,
best.
Prithvi.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.